This is a quick video on my brewer drill. A while back, a very while back, I posted a video called Drill Repair Part 1. Repair 1 was incidentally a lie, so I didn't post Part 2. So I'll edit that. There's no point, but I will anyway. Basically, I got a drill, this drill, and it had been dropped. I mean, this is a heavy drill. I mean, I don't know how much that weighs, but it's got hefty. I don't even know what drill that this is. NICD. I can't remember what that means. But anyway, that is a heavy battery, and it's got a metal gearbox and quite a hefty motor in it. So everything on this thing is heavy, and when it got dropped, handle went now fucked. So oops, this mic. The what do you call it? Here you'll be able to see. Get into the light. That there goes down. Oh, there. Here as well. Runs down here, along here, and along here. You see, there's a slight rectangle shape here. That is a piece of steel which has been bent round about here to follow the curve of the handle, because there's a crack which runs along this side here, and it's got a rivet through the bottom and nut through the top. It's got a rivet through here because the trigger, if you put a bolt through, then a nut on the end, the trigger won't fit in there properly. So I had to put a rivet through it. On this side, I've got another one which runs here. So there you go. I'll make it sure you can see it. There, goes to here, and goes here, and up in this area here. It's got 2 bolts through there. Now let's wrap the whole thing in gaffer tape just to cover up all the sharp edges. I didn't cut it with a normal hacksaw. I used a power hacksaw, and by the end, when it gets to the end, there's about a 1mm lip which doesn't cut because the weight of the machine actually just bends it off, and the machine, once it bent it, it just drops down and then it shuts off, so it doesn't actually finish cutting all the way through it. It just leaves you with a kind of piece of metal which kind of shaped like that. Forget. Yeah, so I just chucked it on. I was going to file it down, but you know what, I couldn't be bothered. This thing, ow! I've got a drill bit in and I just hit my leg with it. I'll tell you though, it's a nice drill. It's a cheapy drill, but it's a nice drill. I say cheapy. For a builder or contractor, it's a cheap drill. £120 for this thing and 2 batteries. But for a let's say I've forgotten what they're called now. Novice, I should say, or a wannabe. For me, this is expensive. 120. A normal cheapy drill for me is about 20 quid. So it's got 13mm chuck on it, but there's a slight problem with this. That oh shit. Okay. Down the kind of the throat of the chuck in there, you can't see, but there should be a bolt in there, or a screw, which then goes down. I can't remember. I think it's actually a reverse thread. Yeah, oh yeah, it is. It's a reverse thread screw which goes down inside the main output shaft of the gearbox, so that if you're taking out a nut or a bolt, whatever, it will actually, that cross thread, it kind of acts like a cross thread. You got one thread going kind of clockwise, one going anti-clockwise, and it locks it up so it can't come unthreaded. On here, what happened is, I don't know. If this doesn't have that bolt in there. This is what is a right hand thread bolt which should go in there, and it's just not there. I was starting the Honda the other day with a shaft coming out of here with a socket on the end. Once the Honda fired and started spinning over faster than what the drill was, it just took this straight off. Took it off. There was no nut or bolt in there at all. I think what's happened is my boss was using this. That's come out. He's tried to put it back in, but not realised it's actually a right hand thread. He's tried turning it in, like right side lefty loosey, you know. He's tried tightening it in. Hang on a minute. I think I might have got that severely wrong. I've done a severe fuck up here. But anyway, you get my drift. So basically, he's tried putting that in the way you usually would put in a screw, which would be right hand thread. Yeah, I have fucked up. And it hasn't threaded in, of course, and he's gone and chucked it away. So that's not too brilliant. But anyway, I don't really use a drill in reverse anyway. Pretty much every engine I have, well, every engine I have, hang on, even that one, I think. Where's that one spin? Yep, even that one. Yeah, all of my engines spin clockwise. I know you can. There are engines out there which spin anti-clockwise. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. The variable speed switch now I was going to replace, but it turns out they are, I forget, about 50 quid each, just for the switch. Because it's got a little circuit board and a whatchamacallit for the whole variable speed setup. Sorry. And I'm not going to bother replacing it. I mean, it does work, but it sometimes just doesn't want to work, and you've either got all or nothing. Sometimes it decides it wants to work. Now it's at the moment it's working. Some of it's working. I don't think the whole thing works. I don't seem to have that much. I think I've got that. Hang on. We'll see. I think there was meant to be one there. Sometimes I get a little noise or a little bit of vibration, but nothing actually happens until it gets a long way in. Five different speeds just on the variable speed. Then I've got times that by 2 because I've got the 2 gears on it. So it's actually got 10 speeds in total. It does have movement backwards and forwards, but that's going to be fixed soon, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up the scroll and get another piece of the same metal which I used to do this here. I'm going to bend it. It's going to go run from here all the way to here, bend up here, across the back here, then all the way to round about here. And then the whole thing's just going to be wrapped in duct tape everywhere, except for maybe up here. I won't need it there. Mainly the ends, just because they'll be sharp, and just on the handle for comfort. The whole thing that's going to do is stop it from pivoting backwards and forwards. My plan. If I don't do it that way, what I'll do is, instead of getting some sheet metal like that, I'll get some, like maybe some stainless steel. Is it stainless steel? Or is it like a chrome bar, similar to that? Do you know out of printers they have the rail that the cartridge slides along? I'll get one of them and I'll bend it, and I'll have that running up here, and then to here and just up the back, and not going over the top. That's my other plan. I just need something just to take up the play. So yeah, that'll be that. I'm running 8 minutes. Fuck a duck. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.